Are you thinking about renting in Wellington, Florida, and maybe thinking about buying, but maybe renting before you make that big purchase? You're definitely gonna wanna watch this video because I'm gonna be talking about things you need to know before making that big decision, and we're getting at it right here. What's up, everybody? This is Garza, your local realtor right here in South Florida. And today we're gonna be focusing on the city of Wellington. And if you're thinking about, and I get this a lot, some people want to rent before they make the purchase of a home in the certain city that they'll be living in once they relocate right here to Florida. And I wanna break it down for you so that you can make the best decision possible for you and your family. So me and my team specialize in helping people relocate right here to Florida, and we absolutely love it. But the only way we can help you is if you give us a call, send us a text message, or send me an email, whatever it takes to get a hold of me, because we wanna help you when relocating right here to South Florida. And if this is the first time to my channel and you wanna know everything there is to know about eating, sleeping, playing, working, right here in South Florida, then you are welcome to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so that you're notified every time I post a new video, which is weekly. All right, so let's get into it. Wellington, Florida. Is it affordable? Should you rent before you purchase? Let's talk a little bit about that. Okay, so the first thing I want to let you guys know is that the average rent in Wellington is $2,585. Now, this is average overall, okay, in Wellington. And if you're thinking about renting an apartment, the average apartment size is 1,139 square feet. So that's not a very big apartment. And Wellington, my honest opinion, is made up a lot more of single family homes. So single family homes, if you're looking at a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, is probably over the $2,500, average price. You're probably a little bit closer to $3,000, $3,500. If it has a pool, if it's located in a community that offers different amenities, then it tends to continue to creep up. And that can be a little high for some people that are looking for rent. And a property that doesn't belong to you, that is a landlord, that you have to rely on repairs, and that you have to figure out how you're gonna pay that monthly rent every month. Is it a deposit? Is it given a check? Whatever the case might be. So just kind of thinking about that average price point, what is your budget? And if, purchasing right now is something that's just not financially obtainable for you, then absolutely, looking to rent could be something that you just have to do, that you have no choice. And at that point, my team and I can help you with the rental. And then if it's credit or work history, whatever it might be that is keeping you from doing the purchase once you move into town and is causing you to have to rent, then we can help you with the rental. And then a year or 2 years, whatever the case might be, then we can help you find that home. And then I think at that point you could decide, is Wellington the city for you, or is there other cities that you might be a little more open to at that point? Whatever the case might be, we could help you with that. All right, so point number 2 is that Wellington, 24% of the people that live there are renters, and 76% of the people are homeowners. So that's kind of like a fun fact I like to share, because it shows that people really do enjoy living in the city of Wellington. And that could be a good indication that if you are capable of purchasing, maybe it's not such a bad city to live in. So definitely, even coming into town to visit the city of Wellington, spend some time there, do some shopping, eat at some different restaurants, get a feel of the city is a good idea as well. And drive through the town at different times. And especially if you're here between the months of November and April, it's a little more busy, it's a little more chaotic, traffic's a little different, because it is at that point polo season, and we do get a lot of people from all over the world that are into the sport of polo, or even jumping, or different aspects in the equestrian community. So maybe Wellington is the city that you're kind of thinking of. Maybe that $2,500 price range is a little much, And as far as the average, maybe thinking about some cities outside of Wellington is an option for you as well. Now, there is a city called Green Acres, which the average rent there is $1,800, or maybe $2,500 is not the budget breaking point, where you could go to a different city to explore a little that's a little closer to the beach. Wellington is very west, and the average rental rate there is about $3,100, which is North Palm Beach. I've done a video on there. Great city. Again, mostly homeowners that really enjoy living in that city. I had a house sell recently and I met a lot of the neighbors, and there were some that had lived there for over 40 years. So they really enjoyed that area. So another area to look into. They have combinations of everything: condos, townhouses, single family homes, HOA, non-HOA, so many different things going on in that city as well. And then there's Royal Palm Beach, which is just northwest of Wellington, and the average rental rate there is $2,240. I can also give you information as far as what the average sales price is in these areas. I was in Royal Palm Beach this past weekend, and I was showing houses that were ranging from 1,300 square feet up to about 1,900 square feet, and the prices were in between $420,000 to $475,000. My specific buyers were in a specific budget, and some of them required a lot of work, and some of them required very minimal, some cosmetic stuff. Maybe the bathrooms were done and the kitchen wasn't. Well, one of them was non-HOA community, which is great for some people, especially if you got toys like boats, RVs, maybe a golf cart or some four-wheelers, whatever your choice of toys are. Is great in these kind of communities because there's not really a lot of regulation. You know, there might be some deed restrictions as far as with the city, where if you have a boat, you have to store it behind your fence, or maybe you have to have it covered, different things like that. But that's easy information that we can find out. But also thinking about just kind of staying, whether it's the price of rent or a purchase price, maybe exploring some cities that surround the city of Wellington is another good idea. Okay, the third thing that you need to know about Wellington is, because of that time of year that I mentioned between November and April is polo season, is that there is a difference between annual rentals and seasonal rentals. So if you're someone that maybe needs to rent something for a short period of time while you're looking for a home, or maybe you're waiting for a home to be built, Wellington is a good option because they do have those seasonal rentals. Now, this is something that you want to rent for maybe 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. Wellington is a city that does give you those options. And they also have the homes that are renting annually. So the annual rentals, you'll see that's kind of the average, right, that we were talking about. Now, as far as a seasonal rental, these are people that are coming into town for the polo games, for, you know, maybe the snowbirds that are visiting from the Northeast or even Canada, different areas where it's cold and they don't want to be there during that time. So they come to Florida to visit and stay because the climate's much warmer here, right? I mean, you literally are November to April, you can wear sandals, shorts, tank tops, whatever you like in those months. Unlike those other areas, you're wearing 3-4 layers of clothing. So with a seasonal rental, when I went onto Zillow and I was looking at different rental prices, they ranged from your average $2,500 all the way to, I saw one as high as $1,900 a month. Again, people are paying this for a home like this one. I'm going to show you some pictures. Here you go. This home has a pool. It's located in a community that offers so many different amenities. On top of that, security. And so that's why this seasonal rental price is so high, is because of that. So definitely location, amenities that you have access to, location to the polo club. All of those play a big role as far as seasonal rentals. But just know that Wellington does have a lot of options for seasonal and for annual. Actually, when I was looking on Zillow, I did a search for rentals available in Wellington. Some of them were active on the market, some of them were coming soon, and there was 176 houses that came on, that generated through Zillow. Now, is that all accurate? Have some of them been rented? Maybe, but that's a lot of homes, a lot of options. So just know that those options are there. But my honest opinion when it comes to renting or buying, if you can, you know, plan ahead, visit the city that you're thinking about. And while you're here, visit some of the other cities, determine what exactly is important to you in purchasing, and really hone down there, because to me, it's always a better investment to purchase than to rent. Or maybe just make the rental, like I said, maybe a 3-month, 4-month, 6-month option, so that you're not locked into a full year while you're here looking for the home that you want to move into. You know, different options that we can discuss depending on your needs, wants, and situation, for sure. Okay, and the last thing I want to talk about is how much rental prices have really rose over the last couple of years. So let's look at 2021 to 2022, because those are 2 years that have completed, so they have the numbers to compare. So 2021 to 2022, rental prices rose 50%. That's a big raise. Now, this happened because during that time, we all know what we were going through. People were looking to kind of get away from certain cities and areas where maybe it wasn't as open as Florida. Florida people were here. We were kind of closed down for a couple of months where, you know, you had to follow certain regulations. You had to have a certain occupation to be out, to, you know, people were then working remotely. And little by little, things opened up here in Florida. We have the beaches where people were going to kind of escape from being inside, cooped up all day. So that also brought people from other states, other, you know, areas to then move to Florida. So the demand was there. And I think that had a big part of why rents went up so much. And now we are really starting to see things normalize, just like in the buying market. Prices are normalizing, interest rates went up. So then, you know, that was to control inflation. So same thing with rent. We are starting to see things normalize. Rental prices and purchase prices are now a little more negotiable with sellers, those kinds of things. So just having that information in your back pocket is really important when deciding to either rent or purchase. And really getting to know the city, know the areas, know exactly what you're looking for is another important aspect. But we can talk about that when you click on that link below and set up a one-on-one with me. We can meet via Zoom, discuss your needs, discuss your wants, discuss different areas. You can ask me questions. And remember, I can't help you unless you do one of those 3 things, which is text me, email me, call me, so that I can help you when thinking about relocating here to South Florida, because I've got your back when looking to relocate here. Team and I absolutely love it. We're getting phone calls, emails, and text messages every single day, and we are totally obsessed with real estate. So we want to help you with your needs and wants. So I will see you guys next time.